हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। पिछले लेक्चर में हमने अलजेब्रा ऑफ लिमिट्स के बारे में डिस्कस किया था। उसको हम जनरलाइज कर लेते हैं। पहले जनरलाइजेशन क्या है? अगर तुम्हें मोर देन टू फंक्शन दी हो जिनकी लिमिट एग्जिस्ट करे, सपोज लिमिट एक्स अप्रोचेस टू ए ऑफ एफ एक्स इज एल, लिमिट जी एक्स अप्रोचेस टू ए ऑफ जी एक्स जी एक्स, लिमिट एक्स टू ए ऑफ जी एक्स इज इक्वल टू एम, limit x approaches to a of hx is equal to m, and so on, then the limit of their sum more than two function, then the limit of their sum is equal to sum of the limits, and the limit of their difference if more than sum of two and other is other subtracted from the sum of first two, then the limit of the sum, the sum will be sum and the difference will be difference. And if your limit of the product fx into gx into hx x equals to a will be limit of their product. Limit of x equals to a of fx into gx into hx is equal to limit x equals to a of fx into limit j x approaches to a of gx into limit x approaches to a of hx, and so on. And similarly, limit of the quotient will be quotient of the limits. So we can apply these for finding the limit while solving the problems. नाउ कुछ और चीज़ें पढ़ते हैं इसके बारे में, इसको जनरलाइज करते हैं। तो जब तुम्हें अलजेब्रा को जनरलाइज करके हम रिजल्ट्स ड्राइव करते हैं। प्रूव दैट लिमिट x अप्रोचेस टू a of fx is equal raised to n is equal to limit x to a of fx whole raised to n. So we have taken left hand side, limit x to a of fx is equal to n. So fx raised to n can be written as product of n fx's, fx into n times. So limit of the product is limit x is to a of fx into fx, limit x is to a of fx. Limit of product is product of the limits if they are more than two or more than two functions. Limit x is to a of fx into limit x is to a of fx, and so on to limit x approaches to a of fx. And this is how many fx are there? There are n fx's. So when we combine them, base is same. So limit x is to a of fx whole raised power fx, this into this into this is repeating n times. Limit x is to a of fx whole raised power n, which is the right side. Means if we find the limit of product of n number of same functions, then the limit can be taken inside. Limit from outside the bracket can be taken inside the bracket. Now second is prove that limit x approaches to a of k is equal to k. Limit of constant is constant itself, where k is any given. Second is limit x approaches to a of x is equal to a, then limit x is to a of x is power n is equal to a square n. And third is limit of the quotient. Limit x is to a of the quotient is equal to the value of x at a, provided your denominator is not zero. Means this you can directly substitute. If denominator does not comes out to 0 for x approaches to a, that's in the root of a, then we can directly substitute the value of, replace x by a. Now the first part given is let fx equal to k and l equal to k. So definition theorem. Definition means given epsilon, we have a given epsilon, we can find it considering delta such that given epsilon such that fx minus l, substitute the value is k minus k 0. Now obviously here, if k is any real number, for all real numbers, the difference fx minus l becomes 0. For any real number k, this 0 means, so epsilon, so 0 is always less than epsilon, because epsilon we can choose greater than 0 for all x. So in particular, if this relation holds for all x, so it will also hold true in a neighborhood of x, because neighborhood of x is a subset of all. So that will become common domain. This will become common domain. In particular, this thing fx minus l will be less than epsilon for all. For 0 is less than x minus l less than delta delta neighborhood of l. Fx minus l become less than epsilon. This equality holds in the delta deleting neighborhood of a, where delta epsilon is any real number. You can take any real number for all. So because it holds for all real numbers, so you can take any real number. So this implies epsilon is greater than 0, and delta we can give any value. Therefore, limit x is to a of x to L, that is limit of x is to a constant function is constant itself. Now again definition, compare with the definition, fx is equal to x and L is equal to a. Now again we'll find given epsilon, we can find a process using delta such that this inequality holds in the deleted. So we have taken left hand side of the result group, fx minus L is equal to x minus a. X minus a is less than epsilon for all in the deleted node. Now this x minus a modulus, this x minus a. So if delta is equal to epsilon, both delta is equal to epsilon, then for all x lying in the deleted node of a, fx minus L becomes less than epsilon. Definition implies limit x is to a, we have given epsilon to delta. Delta means neighborhood of a, neighborhood of any neighborhood of deleted delta neighborhood of a, implies limit x is to x approaches to a of fx equal to L, implies limit x is to a of x equal to a. X means if it is on variable, so that is it. Now similarly, as we did in the case of fx is to n, similarly the case was now in the case of fx is equal to x. So limit x is to a of x is for n is equal to x into x into x into x n times. So limit of product is product limits is repeating n times. So limit this equal to a, this equal to a, substitute the value. So limit x approaches to a of x by n is equal to a square. The second part you can prove limit of the quotient. This you can substitute directly value. You can prove the result. Now if x is a greatest integer less than or equal to x, then prove that limit x approaches to a from negative of f is equal to a minus 1 if a is an integer. Limit x approaches to a from positive of f is equal to a if a is an integer. And limit x approaches to a of fx does not exist if a is an integer. And the limit x approaches to a of greatest integer less than or equal to x is equal to greatest integer less than or equal to a if a is not an integer. So let's do the first part and compare. We are given this fx is greatest integer function x, and the L is equal to a minus 1 if a is integer. Now definition limit, let epsilon is the whole form. We have fixed this value. Choose a real number delta such that 0 less than delta less than 1. Why this is less than 1? Because if you take greater than 1, the value will go beyond this. Suppose a is equal to 1. If you take delta is greater than 1, it will lie beyond this 2, it will lie beyond 3, the value will be 3. So that's why we choose delta to be 0 less than delta less than 1. Then greatest in function x, what value is this? If delta lies means in the deleted neighborhood in the delta deleted neighborhood of a, this to this, and x is approaching from negative means from this to this, which is the integer, this will be a minus 1. So this fx will be a minus 1 for all in the left limit. Now substitute the value. Modulus of definition, fx minus L modulus is less than, substituting value, we might say 0, 0, epsilon is greater than 1, so fx will become less than epsilon for x belongs to the left deleted neighborhood of it. Implies limit x is to a from negative of fx is equal to a minus 1. Similarly, you can prove the second and third part. Second part, what will be in the second part? Now this is the second part, limit x is to a from positive, fx is equal to a. Now again, what is the value of this equal to? This will be a. In the second part, limit x is to a from positive of this equal to a. A and fx is equal to case integral and this is equal to limit is equal to A. Now again same definition for second part. Given cell greater than 0, how small there is, you can choose the position delta such that 0 less than delta same, 0 less than delta is less than 1. And then the value of this will be how much? Greatest integer less than equal to the right neighborhood will be A for all x belongs to A plus delta. Right delta neighborhood, right neighborhood. Now fx minus L is equal to greatest integer function x minus A is equal to A minus A is equal to 0 less than epsilon for all for all x belongs to A plus delta. Therefore, limit x is to A from positive or x is equal to A. Now left limit is equal to A minus 1 and right limit to A. So left and right both limits are not equal. Therefore, third part implies the limit if A is integer, then limit x is to x approaches to A of fx does not exist. Now the third part, when A is not integer. If A is not integer, then the value of A will be A. We have converted decimal. This decimal part. A is equal to greatest integer less than equal to A. Suppose A is equal to is not integer. A does not belong to I, implies A is equal to 2.3. Therefore, A is equal to greater than 2.3 plus 0.3. So this is equal to A is equal to greatest integer A plus beta. Now we are doing this whole exercise to just to take the value from the left as well right neighborhood of it, because A is not integer. Now the whole value lie is not integer A to A plus 1. We are taking this theta and delta. We'll do delta in such a way so that the value of greatest integer of A, the values of x will lie from A to A plus, from the open interval A to A plus 1 in this open interval. That's why we're deciding the delta in such a way. So given epsilon, greater than 0, how small? Choose a positive real number delta is to be minimum of this. Minimum of 1, theta, this theta and theta. So what will value in this case? This will be theta, 1 minus theta. This will be 3. In this case, delta will be equal to, for this example, theta will be equal to 3. Delta will be equal to 0.3. So delta minimum of this 0.3 and 0.7. That will be delta will be equal to 0.3. 0.3 means, this means 0 is, show that 0 is less than delta less than theta. 0 is less than delta less than theta, and theta with delta is less than 1. Theta with delta, if delta is equal to 0.6, this should be less than 1. Otherwise, the value will be not from 0 to, not from this from A to A plus 1, but beyond this. So we can't discuss this function. We can discuss only in the open intervals from A to A plus 1, A to A plus 2, A1, A plus 1 to A plus 2, and so on. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and in such. We can discuss this greatest integer function less than equal to, because the values of, because its values vary. Its value vary in the different intervals. So next is so theta this. Now greatest integer function x is equal to this. X is equal to this in this interval, in the left interval of A and right neighborhood of A, left neighborhood of A and right neighborhood of A. That is, greatest function x is equal to greatest value of A for all x in the delta neighborhood of A. This now substitute this value. Now definition, given epsilon greater than 0, how small, we have to chosen delta to be minimum of theta and minus theta, means value like between from greatest into A to A. This is equal to, in the whole domain, this will equal to fx minus L equal to this minus this, so 0 less than epsilon for all x belonging to the delta digit. So this implies this is epsilon, given epsilon, delta is chosen number, fixed number depending on epsilon, such that limit x is to of fx is equal to x is equal to, sorry, limit x is to a of reducing function x is equal to reducing function a is not integer. The next is, for any positive integer n, limit x is to a of x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a equal to n into a square minus 1. Here again we take in left hand side using the formula x to n minus a square n is equal to x minus a nc0 x to n minus 1 nc1 n x to n minus 1 a into x raised power n minus 2 plus a square into n minus 2 and so on into the next one in this formula. So in the numerator and in the denominator, cancel out the common factor and taking limit of x to n is equal to x raised to a of x to n is equal to a square n, a square n, a square n. So this will, how many times this is repeating? How many factor are they? And n factor, this will be a square n. Now how to solve problems? The basic is, first step is put x is equal to a in the given function. If after substituting the value x is equal to a, the function give a finite value, then that will be the limit. That is the limit. But if it is not a finite, then the value will be the value will not be the limit. If it is not a indeterminate, means if it is a finite, the value will limit indeterminate. If it is not indeterminate, means if the value after putting x is equal to in the function, then that is the limit. If after putting x is equal to a in the given function, the indeterminate form comes, then what to do? First try to see that whether the numerator denominator of that function have a common factor. If they have common factor, then cancel them out and then put x is equal to a to find the limit. If again that is a finite number, that is the limit. If that is not a finite, then you have to check for other rationalization or using conjugate search, multiply dividing by this. After rationalization, put x is equal to a. If the value comes out to be finite, then the limit. If it is again in indeterminate form, then see for the conjugate search, multiply divide. In the whole process, we want to remove the factor which contains x minus a from the denominator, or multiple x minus a from the denominator by rationalization or by using conjugate search. If the problem does not have can be solved by rationalization or by using the conjugate search, then you expand the product, expand the product and simplify them. Means before finding the limit, you have to cancel out the common factors. You simplify then put x equal to a, and if we can't solve the problem by any of the method, then use the standard formula to cancel out the common factor and then put x equal to a, and etc. are the methods to solve the problems of